Hey, 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 it is Friday, October 27th, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here on the West Coast. I am Brannon Beliso, and this is Success Never Sleeps, where we, as a collective of small business owners, in particular martial arts school owners, try to figure out this thing called life. We want to scale, we want to monetize, we want to be profitable, but we want to be healthy. We want to be happy. We want to be balanced. All the different things I find are extremely valuable to cultivating a life that is all my own. I mean, isn't that why we went into business? Not to be a slave to our business, not to create a job for ourselves and be a terrible boss. No, we create businesses to create freedom of time to spend with our family and grow with them, right? And experience one, two, three, four, five, six. My kids are 12 and 15. It's happening so fast. And by the grace of God and good planning and smart work and working right and hard, I've spent the majority of the life that they've had with them, experiencing life, watching them grow, contributing to their development. So I'm so grateful for that. And that is my purpose. I wake up every day and it's all about my family's security. And I can only do that if I have a profitable business. And I don't mean profitable a little bit, I mean profitable business. And that does require, a certain mindset, which we're going to get into today. So where do we begin? Let's thank our sponsors. Who do we have? We have Tusa. They are one of our sponsors for Success Never Sleeps, as well as my upcoming event, It's Time Live Balance. You ought to see the t-shirts they put together. They are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Market Muscles, Stephen Reinstein and the gang. Something I want to encourage you to do. I just reached out to them. Have them audit your site. I went into the back end of the dashboard of my Market Muscle site and found out speed-wise, I wasn't running fast enough. I found out that they automatically set up the new Google Analytics code, which is the big buzz. We hear it. My studio's doing it. Market Muscles is doing it. You should have the Google Analytics. The goal is to know what to look at. There's so much data it gathers, but there's certain indications that can tell you things that you should be taking care of, right? Why don't I turn off that signal? Can you still hear me fine, everybody? I'm trying to turn off my speakers on my computer here because my notifications keep going bing, bing, bing. Hey, what's up, Bob Poole? As you come aboard, say hello. Say hello. Let us know where you're tuning in from and share this with as many people as you can. From Miami, what's up, Roy from Miami? So, as Market Muscle said, make sure your Google Analytics the code is hooked up. It can communicate with my studio, but really what you want to do is bore down and see what's not going well. Just a simple site audit. I found out, and I learned this from one of the coders yesterday because I was having a challenge. So I opened a ticket with Market Muscles and it responded immediately. I think often the frustration you feel when you don't get an issue resolved quickly with Market Muscles is you're not following the right channels, right? Make sure if you're in there, you go into the messenger when the team is live. Make sure you open a support ticket and then follow that up immediately. It's easy. It'll go into your spam, things like that. So I found out that if you want a better SEO ranking with every picture that you post, you should have alternative text. And I asked the guy, what does that mean? Right? Because I asked that question. You want to make sure all your photos are optimized so it loads faster at your website, but you also want to make sure in the headline there is alternative text, right? Telling you what the picture's about. Now, I'm going to take it a step further. They have an AI tool on Market Muscles, which I thought was really neat, where you can produce headlines. So if I put up top, what inspires a mom with a 6-year-old kid? Or what needs does a mom with a 6-year-old kid have? It spits out all these headlines I could use for the top of my website page, maybe for a social media post, et cetera, et cetera. Well, you could take that same AI generated headline and put it for the alternate text on the picture, right? I'm a freaking martial arts instructor. No, I'm not. I'm a small business owner. So learning this information, being on top of this information is prudent, And AI are one of those tools that I believe Market Muscles is a leader on understanding. And I am going to be a leader on it for my business because I really believe it's going to help streamline answering leads quickly and efficiently, right? Well, that's not good customer service and AI text. No, yes, it is. I read the data, something like 75-80% of millennials would rather be text than you calling them. So it's perfectly acceptable. I believe you need to craft the proper texts to get them the right information to begin with, right? So all those things are coming into play because if that AI generated text can answer them immediately and they get a response, I think it's going to be really cool. But to take it a step further where you're transparent and say, hey, this is the one martial arts AI, text guy, Bill. If anytime you want to talk to a human, just put human in the comments and we'll call you right away. Something as transparent in that I think is really cool. What sucks for me is when I start looking at text and I think I'm talking to somebody, then it tells me this is AI generated like 10 texts in. I find that to be very weird and violating. But if I know it up front, I'm more responsive to it. And that I think that's really, really important. What I don't like, and I've said this to both Market Muscles and my studio, is when I put a question in the chat and you automatically spit out 3 articles and a video to watch, right? To try to solve that issue. That's not what I need emotionally at that moment. Emotionally, I need another human being to respond to me and help me with this challenge. If I wanted to spend 20 minutes reading articles and watching a video, I would have done that first and went into that resource center at Market Muscles in my studio. You with me on that? So if we're cultivating texts that are coming through Facebook or anything like that, make sure whatever you put in that automation, it is humanly responsive. So they know this is not a human, but if you want one, I'll be there for you. And I use the example, I bought a whole car through an app without ever talking to anybody. Everything was texting back and forth, and that was it. So it's very acceptable. I don't believe it's bad customer service. It's only bad customer service when we try to lie and say that AI generated text is a human being or try to fool them, right? Not cool. Not cool. My studio, I love you guys. Innovating. I saw the same thing with the Google Analytic code that you can hook in. So you can really begin to bore down where are we getting. We want our advertising dollar to work for us. I understand that. We really, really do. But unless we educate ourselves on the true essence of what that's about, we will never know. Are people coming to you through word of mouth? Are they coming through a Facebook ad? Is it through a Google search? So if you can understand those types of things, no matter how minute, just the most little tweak can really help improve your leads, but quality of leads, the quality of that lead. And that's important to me because there are a lot of people in our industry who will claim, I'll get you, 30 new students, I'll get you this conversion rate. The data is the data, and data does not lie. Write it down, people. Hey, James, what's up, my brother? Anybody else come and say hi? I love all you guys, and I love to know that you're there. So data does not lie. And I was watching a webinar Stephen Reinstein did yesterday, the replay, and he talked about it. Your legitimate conversion rate from lead to conversion is 2%. I'm doing 5%, which is phenomenal. But I'm a business that's been around 24 years. My Google, business page is tight and right. Our reviews are tight and right. I've got the #1 martial arts blog when you Google. So we're doing all the things needed to help our SEO ranking. So if I'm getting a better conversion rate, that doesn't mean they're signing up. That just means they're showing up for the damn trial, right? 5% is unicorn. So when these guys are boasting 30%, I would really be challenged by that. I can say anything. Right now I can say, okay, Facebook Live audience, Brannon Beliso is 6'6". I'm going to sell you that all day long. And I'm 5'3" on a good day. But I could lie and say that. So it's very easy to do that. But data does not lie. You can manipulate data and show me some BS Excel spreadsheet or something you make up. But the truth of the truth is real data doesn't lie. Google Analytics are what they are. Facebook Analytics are what they are, right? So be extremely mindful of that. Extremely mindful of that. And Stephen was humble enough to say, yeah, Market Muscles websites, if you're getting a 2% conversion, that's for every 1,000 leads, 20 people. 20 people are going to convert and sign up. 1,000 leads, people. 1,000. So we see it. They're coming out of the woodwork left and right since the pandemic ended. Left and right. Everybody and their mother guarantees you 30 students in 30 days or, your money back. And it's there. So please be mindful, right? To me, what is that? To me, you are a giant. Oh, I'm a giant. Yeah. Tell that to my 12-year-old daughter. I'm not very giant to her. Yes, I'm just Papa. They give me crap. And then, of course, sorry, I ran off on a tangent, Marco. Kids love life skills, right? We're going to move to a subscription-based model, people. And what that's going to fundamentally mean for you is for a certain amount a month, and it's going to be somewhere between $100 and $200. I don't know yet. I want to make it reasonable, but it gives you total access to all of our support materials, all of them. I find that people are not using all of the badges because they don't want to spend the money to get all the support materials. I get it. So for one subscription price a month, you'll have all of these support materials, coloring sheets, live talks, all of it, all of it, all of it, all of it, all of it. Right now, if you don't have a subscription, you won't be able to buy badges. You won't be able to access those things. And that's going to be the tough part, for people that have been active clients, and long-term clients will have a different discussion, but that's where we're heading towards, because I want more and more people to get that without a strong life skills education component, there's no way we can do it better than anybody. And if we're not doing that at a high level, then we are hurting ourselves tremendously, because I always want to be, and this is one of my Facebook ads that people have picked up on and used all over the world. And I'm working with a group called Dojo Launch, soon to be Kin Creative. You know, invest in your child's future. Invest in your child's future. Everybody's used it, right? If we can position our businesses as an investment, then people see it as long term. If I invest in the stock market, majority is thinking long term. When you buy a home that you're going to sell 30 years from now, you think long term, right? That type of mindset is a very unique mindset. And if you cultivate that from day one, people will come to your school and think investment. For what? My child's future. So until my child goes to college, I pretty much will stay with you. And looking out at our black belt class, I talked about black belt retention last week. I can sit there in that room. We're at an all-time high. You've been here 8 years. You've been here 9 years. You've been here 7. It's crazy, but it's not. But it's not. It's not. It's not. So I want you to really think about that. You should be a partner with Kids Love Life Skills. LC Accounting, I just got back from Texas, and my sister's making a real mark in the jiu-jitsu community as a bookkeeper for them. And she's a martial artist. And she'll be out here for a black belt test. It's Time Live in November. So, I work with people I not only love and respect, but I work with people that I know are really trying to do good work, right? If you look out there, you won't see a bunch of Facebook ads for any of these companies, really. They don't. They just get in the trenches and they do the good work, one person at a time, one client at a time. And if they're not serving you well, tell me first before you jump ship, because I'll go kick them in the bottom. Because I tell them, as a brand ambassador for you, I want to make sure that anything I say, you back it up. Oh, yeah, like a good Italian mafia, I want to vouch for you, right? I want to vouch for you. That's big to me. So you coming aboard, say hello. I'm really excited to announce that It's Time Live Balance. We only have 3 spots left, 2 or 3 left for the 4-day experience. And that's the forte of the event. The 1 day, all business on Sunday, November 12th. 2 days, November 11th, watch classes, train with Dave Kovar to be a better instructor, and then business on Sunday. But really the 4-day, where the 3rd day is all personal development, outdoors, getting deep, crying, replacing bad habits with new ones. And then the 4th day, wealth building with Sam On, and then strategizing our 2024. It's laid out for you. But there's only 3 spots left for the 4-day experience. I'm so excited. I'm just, I always think it's never going to sell out, and it always does. 3 spots left. You are your best investment. And now more than ever, with the way things are looking, in the world stage, it's something we want to be mindful of what needs to happen. And I have a lot of ideas of what I think 2024 should be. I don't always get it right, but I can say that for the most part, I do. I do. And if you believe in that and you trust me on that, then, as they said in Terminator, come with me if you want to live, right? Come with me if you want to live mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and financially. Think about It's Time Live Balance. And the 2 in 1 day, those spaces are still available. Cool. So, man, let's get deep. Why did I choose to talk about 9 keys to mindset success? I'm really big on the mind. I find Jason, I look forward to seeing you. Jason is also testing for his black belt in Kenpo, and that's exciting. I'm a huge advocate of mindset, because when I watch a star athlete who's being paid, tens, sometimes hundreds of millions of dollars, and they go into a batting slump, or they go into a shooting slump. You witness that and you go, wow, physically it's the same body, it's the same everything. Why in the heck can this guy not get it together? It is a mindset. Remember, the mind controls the body. And so if you're not investing into your mindset, I'm not sure what to tell you. But the yin to the yang of that is that some people, and I get it, I'm going to start right here. Okay, for all of my brothers and sisters in the martial arts, you begin as a white belt, standing in a lineup, right? There's this superhero in front of you, of an instructor, a master, your teacher, well, however you want to identify them. And all you want to do is appease them. How many kicks? How high to jump? Yes, sir. You want me to clean the school? Yes, sir. You want me to volunteer on the weekend for free? Yes, sir. And you do that. And pretty soon you are really, as much as we believe we're building our confidence, we're building our self-esteem. I believe sometimes in that process, you lose yourself. And I'm going to say that first-hand experience. My papa was my father, my coach. I fought for 20 years and competed. He was my martial arts instructor. He was everything. He told me when to poop. He told me how many push-ups to do. He told me how high to kick. He told me what to do in the ring. So I was literally a really good soldier. I was a good minion. But deep inside me was this individual crying to get out and express himself. And that's why you chose to be an entrepreneur, is it not? You have your own version of success. You have your own vision of what it is you want to be. The challenge is you went from being a white to a black belt, still in that minion, good soldier behavior, right? And there you were stuck. You never really blossomed into that individual with your own set of beliefs and visions and artistic creativity. None of that fully cultivated. So you simply, out of habit, sometimes 10, 15, 20 years of habit, you just fell into line. And now here you are trying to run this business. And that's a very dangerous place to come from, because you need to, at some point, develop your own vision. So that's a very big thing to recognize, but it's also a mindset of, yes, I love what I learned from my teacher and all the great life skills and everything the martial arts gave me, but it's time for me to create my own vision. That's got to happen at some point, please. When I talk to school owners that are still following their teacher's methods and their teacher only ever had 50 students, I'm going to have to raise my hand and saying, as noble as that is, as romantic as it is, it does not work unless you have a day job and this is a hobby business. It does not work. I've been able to scale and monetize Kenpo beyond anything my instructors have ever done. Doesn't mean I'm better than them. Doesn't mean my martial arts is better than them. I think people mistaken that. But from a strictly data viewpoint, I am more successful, on paper financially than any of my instructors ever were, simply because I emptied my cup, I opened my mind. But more importantly, I understood who I am, why I'm here, live your best life, and what my purpose is to secure my family's future. So I work every day to scale and monetize that, to give my family the type of life I never had, to give my family everything they need to help my team. Right? And a side note on that, when we talk about our teams, please don't compare them to a fitness instructor. Please don't compare them to an elementary school teacher when it comes to salary. Compare them to who they are and what their life dreams are and what you can do to help fulfill them. That was a huge mindset shift for me in being successful. I would always say, well, PE teacher makes this. Well, an elementary, no. It's, what are your dreams? What are your goals? And what can I do to help you attain them? That's creating a company people want to work for. So please, I would spend every waking moment defining what your version of success is, what that means for you. What does that look like? What does your brand look like? The mindset of understanding the power of a brand. If you look at a company like Apple, Nike, Disney, I can go on and on. The power of a brand. Most martial arts schools have no brand. They simply adopt their teacher's name, or they have a silhouette of a guy kicking and call it family martial arts, as generic as the day is long. If you do that, nobody can differentiate you. You're just like every other school in your neighborhood. And then I just base my buying decision on who's cheaper and who's closer to me. So, really, again, knowing thyself is a mindset that I cultivate daily, that I encourage you to do heavily. Invest in your personal development to find out who you are. And if any consultant or mentor, me or anybody, tell you you got to do it my way, run. A great consultant, a great teacher, a great mentor helps bring out the best in you, where you trust that, where you have confidence in it, the confidence you need on the worst of days when you make 1,000 mistakes and you're doubting yourself. You're just full of doubt, 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 doubt. That type of brilliance to lead you through that darkness is imperative. Not ego, not insecurity, but a genuine, this is me, warts and all. So that mindset is so important, okay? Because again, I watch people call me master and I just want to be like you. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because only I can be me. Only I can be me. Can you be you and be proud of that? Can you be you when you make mistakes and burn through money? Can you be you when the whole world is doubting you and you're the only person you have to lean on? Can you be you? That's the biggest thing I see in our industry. And then the next thing, next mindset, Jason, your brand and purpose defines why you're unique. Yes, it does, sir. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, throw it up there for me, Marco, because I'm going blind, man. Hopefully I'm not. I just don't have my glasses nearby. And so a fixed mindset is a mindset of death. A fixed mindset is like stagnant water. What can you do with stagnant water? Nothing. It promotes disease, insects. You can't irrigate with it. You can't drink with it. Well, your mindset, oh, is pretty much the same way. Fix camera, fix. Hopefully it'll come back into focus. And that happens too mentally, right? We get unfocused. Come on, camera. Fix, fix, fix. Let me know if that comes back, Marco. Lean in, catch me, camera, and I'm going back. All right. So that fixed mindset, again, is something that perpetuates in human beings, and that's where we hear cliches like complacency is the enemy, right? That fixed mindset, the ability to not grow is scary. How are you going to grow your business if you suffer from a fixed mindset? How are you going to get deeper into your relationships that you value if you suffer from a fixed mindset, right? You won't. You never will. Yet people take that fixed mindset and they rationalize it in what? Oh, I'm loyal to my art and this is the way it is. I love Kenpo and we keep the heart and soul of Kenpo, but everything that revolves around the heart and soul of Kenpo is innovative, relevant, martial arts to work in the real world. But I keep both. There can be the balance. I believe that. I believe that. I think people feel, oh, you must abandon your art completely and water it down. No, no, no. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And that's a mindset that helps me tremendously, tremendously where I am today. I understand my love of Kenpo. I understand what parts of it I would preserve to honor the legacy of Kenpo. And I do understand because of the schools and the businesses I've built, when I'm dead and gone, Kenpo will be around another 40, 50 years easy. And that was my goal. See, that was my vision. I was clear about that value for me. Everything else I revolve around it, BJJ, I want to integrate Filipino fighting arts, etc. I have the freedom to do that. Okay. So really, if you suffer from a fixed mindset, and you know what taught me that? When my wife would say, nobody can talk to you. I feel like I'm talking to a wall. That's a huge reality check, folks. And if people say that to you, I would be mindful. And yes, in the words of Frank Sinatra, I did it my way. Yeah, I get it. But you know what? That can be really lonely. And you're going to have one school with 50 students and you're the only instructor. You want to go that route? Who am I to say? That's your version of success. Work a day job, do your 40 hours, and have your karate club at night as a hobby. But if you want to do it as a legit business, make no mistake. I walk into the room, and when someone asks me a question, I ask the same question back. But I use what Walt Disney says. What do you think? Hey, professor, what are we doing? Da 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 da. What do you think? When a client comes to you, so, well, I'm trying to figure out how to market. What are some of the things you think I should do to end the month strong? What do you think? That has really moved my fixed mindset because the minute I get in the state of what do you think, I am open minded and receptive to other people's life experiences and learning and knowledge that I might be able to leverage to move the needle and scale and monetize and better my services and business and my own personal development. You with me? So you got to get out of that fixed mindset. What's James asking here, sir? What's it say, Marco? What is the number one reason after 25 years? Oh, that is, yeah. James rebranded after 25 years, and it's a great brand. The logo is great. Yeah, it was hard and hurt my heart, but the best decision. And James has had to be very patient, right? Very patient, and his brand is finally taking hold. Trust doesn't come easy. See what marketers try to do and salespeople try to do because it's a numbers game, right? I got to meet my numbers. I got to meet my numbers. They live in this very time constraint box. I've got to not earn your trust. I don't give a crap about earning your trust. All I want to do is get you to buy into this. And I have this much time because I got to make 50 calls today. I got to book 10 of them. They're a numbers game. It's a numbers game with salespeople. And that's why I don't believe in a sales centric business. I believe in a service based business. And the byproduct is people buy from us again and again and again because they didn't buy into what we do through the patience, that farmer mentality I talk about. We've cultivated relationships that people believe in, that people believe in, that people believe in. And that's the difference. People believe in what we do, so they stay with us through pandemics, mortgage crises, the core nucleus. I mean, when I watch us drop from 1,000 to 750 during the pandemic, 750 is still a lot of people to be running virtually and in parking lots on a cold winter day. Yet they stayed with us. They were a huge part of that. And I'm really proud of that, but it's really taught me that. So again, that brand, it won't happen unless you get out of that fixed mindset. Right? So, how do I move from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset? What do you think? Ask that question more often, and a new habit of fixed to growth mindset will be there. Will be there. Emptying your cup every morning. For me, the mindset when I meditate every morning and before my feet hit the ground, I'm open to learning. I never wake up, here's my agenda, and I'm going to plow through everybody to achieve it because this is my numbers and this is where I want to be in 1 day, 1 week, 1 year. I have a plan, but make no mistake, life doesn't give a crap what I think. It's like Sam On says about the stock market. The stock market doesn't care what he thinks. He says that all the time. It does what it does, right? Same thing with life, right? I was all set. Yay, perfect. Boom. We're ready to go. Boom. One guy gets a brain tumor. Another one falls out of bed and shatters his shoulder. So I was teaching 5 days a week, for the past 4 or 5 months. Now I'm back to 2 days a week. And if I need to pivot back in, I'll do that as well. But do I have a plan? Yes. And that's the next success mindset. Have a freaking plan. You cannot just get in a car and drive. Feels like you're going somewhere. You're moving. As Michael Gerber of E-Myth fame would say, you're doing it, doing it, doing it. But where in the hell are you going? Where? Right? If I decide a destination, then I can plan accordingly. I want to go to Disneyland. Great. It's 500 some odd miles from San Francisco. Great. What do I want to do? Drive, train, fly, bus. What do I want to do? Well, how much money do you have in the budget? Well, I don't have enough money to take Greyhound. Great. Then you're taking freaking Greyhound. That's it, right? Again, if you know the destination, then you look at your resources, you look at the team, you look at everything that revolves around that, and then you can make better decisions. But you have no idea where you're going. No idea where you're going. I'm challenged by that. Yet, school owners wake up every day and they live their entire existence that way and wonder why they've been stuck at less than 100 students for a decade. Sound familiar? Sound familiar? Well, we're all human beings. We all suffer from those similar conditions of being human. So, fixed mindset to growth mindset. Read The Mindset by Carol Dweck. Please, please, please read the book Mindset by Carol Dweck. That alone will make a huge difference. Huge difference, right? Spending the time in personal development, every answer you need is inside you. I'm just a reflection of that. When I spew something out and you go, hey, that really resonates with me, I'm going to adopt that into my thinking. No, you don't. It's already been in your DNA. All I did was bring it to the surface. Now, hopefully, it's going to be on the surface to where you take action, right? Where you take action. Hey, and if you have any questions as we go along, put them in there. I know this is some deep stuff, but it's good stuff. And if you have a question, put it in there. You tuning in live, I see lots of people sitting there. Say hello. Say hello. Like they said in Dirty Dancing, baby doesn't sit in the corner, right? Don't hide in the background there and just sit there in autonomy, anonymity. Say hello. You're part of this thing called Success Never Sleeps. And if you have a comment, put it in. This is interactive. Sometimes talking out loud when you hear what you need to say, it makes all the difference, right? It makes all the difference. So, other words, say hello, right? So, next thing on my list after making a plan, right? I believe it's super important for me to have a circle of people I trust. I trust with my mindset that get me. My wife gets me. Nothing's perfect, but she gets me, right? And she supports me in just this ninja stealth silent way that I can't even begin to put into words. Sam on for my financial personal needs when it comes to investing in the market. Sam on, I talk to every day, every day. Another gentleman, Britt Doyle, I like startups. Britt helps me negotiate that trade. So I invest money there. Why? Because what's my why? To secure my family's future. That's it. That's it, right? My sister Letitia. Oh, I wouldn't move without her. There's no way. So I have this circle, TJ Delacruz, who runs both my locations. I have a certain number of people that I run with, and they stay tight. Think about it. People that are here, Marco, Jason, right? Roy, we go back to high school, right? And music masters. So I'm telling you, it's important to me to have a circle of people around me that I trust, that I can be me, weakness and all, vulnerability and all. And when I'm in a fixed mindset, they're the first one to let me know at a party, you got food on your face, dude. You ever do that? You got freaking food on your face, go to the bathroom and go, shit, why didn't anyone tell me? Right? That's an indication of someone that's willing to call you on your BS. And I've made many a great friends that way, right? It's total strangers. I'm at an event, I might have food or something, and that total stranger goes, that person, I'm going to pick their brain later because they're unafraid. They're unafraid. They're unafraid. And I think that's powerful for me to have a strong group of people, not freaking people that tell me what I want to hear. Oh, come on, camera. Is it back? Ugh. So for me, that's important. And especially the fact that I'm not in my schools all the time. San Francisco, I haven't taught in 6 years. I need to not only listen to them, I need to trust them when they say we need to do this or we need to do that, or I need to listen to that because it shows that I value their opinion. It shows that I trust them. And those people who come in the circle, like in the movie, Meet the Fockers, right? Here's the circle of trust. You're on the outside of it, dude. You're on the outside, right? Right? So it's important. Who is in your circle of trust? And they don't feed your ego. Please do not hang with people that simply feed your ego. Why? I'm going to tell you why. We hear a lot how successful people say, if I'm the smartest person in the room, I'm in the wrong room. Okay, that's true. That's totally true. But what if I'm with a bunch of people whose information, they're smarter than me, they might know a subject better than me, right? But that information, because I don't have clarity on what is my version of success, I have no clarity on why I'm here. What's my purpose? Secure my family's future, take care of my team, give back to the community. If I'm not clear on that, then I might take on somebody's information because I believe they're smarter than me and I'm hanging with the cool kids that may actually derail my version of success. That might cost me a lot of money, and ultimately set me back. I've witnessed that happen time and time and time again, in not only our industry, but in a lot of industries, because we want to hang with the cool kids. Got to go to Grant Cardone. I got to go to Tony Robbins' thing, right? You got to see me at this person's event. You got to see me. It looks good at social media, but when the day's done, why aren't you doing the freaking work? Because you don't know what work to do, because you don't know who you are, because you don't know your version of success. So innately, You live from a victim mindset. Write that down. Victim mindset. And what a victim mindset is for me is when I don't have to be accountable. I do not have to be accountable. All I do is allow other people to dictate and make decisions for me. So if and when it fails, and in percentage wise, most of it does fail. If every guru, if every consultant like me, every coach like me, and I'm putting me in that pot too for a minute, everything we gave you was right and tight. Why is it that 80% of small businesses fail? Only 20% make it. And that 20% will tell you it's because I'm part of a mastermind. I'm part of this and that and this and that. But I know lots of people that are part of masterminds and this group and that group. They're stuck in the same damn place. The same place. And that's why I praise people like Ralph, right? People, think about Ralph Hodel in Switzerland. He only ever had 60 students for like a decade. And now he's up to 200. And he's happy as a clam. He decided his version of success was he wants to teach. He wants to be in a school. He loves it. He used to be a mechanic. He loves it. 200 is his version of success. I keep telling him you need to get some support, some more support staff, but he's happy as a clam, as a freaking clam. And when he finally, like they say, you can't be, what is it? When you're a slave to many and a master to none, however that thing goes, you can't serve every master. And I'm nobody's master, so it's maybe not the best analogy, but Ralph decided his values and mine resonated. They worked. Took him 4 years to get to 200, and we know 2 or 3 of them were the pandemic. 2 of them were the pandemic, but he decided, I'm going to work with Brannon Beliso. I know there's a lot of people out there and probably some smarter than Brannon Beliso, but you know what? He resonates with me. His core values resonate with me. I'm going to listen to him. And Ralph, honestly, has done pretty much 85, 90% of everything I've suggested, from working on his curriculum, right, to getting it down so it's applicable, it can be taught, parents get it, kids get it, clear goals, everything. He's worked on a brand. He has a great brand, excellent martial arts, right? He's really worked on his culture. He's really worked on his class schedule. It's amazing when we do our consulting calls, we're working on curriculum. He shows me class schedules, right? It's not, how about this Facebook ad? How about this Facebook ad? Right? I find companies that are more sales centric, that are strictly focusing their time and energy and dollar on marketing, it's because they lack deeply somewhere else. Marketing is not just Facebook ads. Marketing is hello at the front door. Marketing is keeping the bathroom clean. Marketing is communicating to your friends and family in your school. Marketing is a lot of things. And if you're doing all of that work like Ralph did, lo and behold, here he is at 200 students. Very happy where he is. But he's also mindful. I can be chasing every dog's tail and going from convention. Oh, Brannon says this. Let me do this. That's not working. Not working. It takes time. It takes time. And that's the thing you don't know because you're not a seasoned small business owner. I've owned different businesses for 35 years. It takes time. Not some unicorn that takes off in a year or 2 years. I'm talking about the legitimate business. It takes time. So you jump ship and you go to another, person and adopt them. Then you go to another one and adopt them. That's an example of you not knowing who you are. And I know I keep circling back to that, but that's the biggest thing I see. You don't have a brand, so you don't stand out from the noise. And the brand comes from what? Why? Why are you here? Why do I want to bring my kid to you versus Joe Karate down the street? Man, you better wake up every day and keep defining that and redefining that. It's like a piece of wood with splinters. There's my brand. I sand it with 200 sandpaper, right? Or 100 grade. And then it's still rough. Then I go to 150. Then I go to 200. Pretty soon I got this fine sandpaper and it's smooth. And I'm still constantly refining my brand. We're doing that right now. And that's why working with Dojo Launch, soon to be kin, I really wanted to go deep and say, how do I communicate my brand better to the public? How do I communicate better, in the school, at events, the different things that we do? How do we do it better? Because if people get it, they won't buy into it. They'll believe in it. Cool. And that's super important because when I go to a school and I see, Joe Extreme Gymnastics martial arts for teens, and then I see, Panda Bear Ninja Kung Fu kids program. And then I see, aerobic, kickboxing. It's like, where's your brand? I don't see a brand. I see everybody else's, but yours. And then you're like a buffet in Vegas. Not very memorable and probably the last choice unless I just want to pig out, right? I would rather go to a clearly defined brand and eat really good Japanese food or whatever than to go to a place where it's just a buffet. So really, again, you got to cultivate that. And our industry is not one that does that. We all use a silhouette of a guy kicking. We all call it family martial arts, and it's a day. And we're still teaching the way our teacher taught and their teacher taught. And we romanticize that mediocrity because we suffer from a fixed mindset, because we don't know that why. Oh, I got to stop for a minute because, I love you guys. I really do. But the same things I talk about day in and day out shows me you still suffer from a fixed mindset. Still suffer from a fixed mindset. And that is your biggest detriment. You are your biggest detriment. And I don't want to say that in a hurtful way. I want to say that in a loving way, because you are the leader of the band. You are the visionary. You are the level 5 leader. You are the best example for your team to follow. And if you don't do those things, and it begins and ends with your mindset, which you're negotiating that space minute by minute, breath by breath, hour by hour, day by day. I can't have a bad day. And when I do beat myself up. I do, you know. But that ability to be vulnerable and acceptable doesn't mean I'm going to sit down and watch, and binge out on freaking 10 seasons of Games of Thrones and be paralyzed and do nothing and eat ding dongs and chips ahoy. No, that means I'm going to get down on my knees, man, and pray and meditate. These are my shortcomings. This is my fixed mindset. This is my cross to bear, not in a victim way, but in a humble way, and asking for relief, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, to elevate above myself to another level. Do you feel me? Who's with me on this? Take accountability right now. Take ownership of this right now. Put it in the comments. Put it. Because year in and year out, I watch people grow, sabotage their success, and drop back down. They grow, they sabotage their success, and they drop back down. And they never get past that 100 student mark, because it's not another program that's going to fix it. It's not some other new and shiny. It's you. And that's why I value my work so much. I am you. I'm right with you. I understand you. I know you, because I still suffer from that every day. Every day. I was that way. Yes, I was super tired, and I really had to sit down and just, okay, take a quick break. Someone was warming up a class and I just, why am I here? To secure my family's future. Can I do that if I'm lethargic? No. Can I do that if I'm distracted? No. Can I do that if I'm in a victim mindset? No. So what do I need to get back on this mat and teach 3 more classes and rock those freaking things so people want to be here and believe in what we do? Boom, and there it was. But I'm aware enough to recognize that. I'm very aware. And when I catch myself out of sorts, I'm the first one to say, time's up, pencils down. Let me regroup here for a second. But you can regroup that quickly, because the mindset, as much as people live from a fixed mindset, the yin to the yang of that is that extreme. I follow anybody. Whatever, I'm like, and you see those too. The information whores in our industry. 1 minute I'm following this guy. Next minute I'm following that guy. Next minute I'm following this guy. It's like, dude, that's a lot of money, a lot of time. And when do you ever work on your business? You're a damn professional student where it's safe. You take a course, the seminar ends, you end up doing nothing. This one, and you do that again and again and again, because the real world requires you to make mistakes, get egg on your face, to sit there. No, I blew 10 grand. I messed up. There's not a single successful entrepreneur that will not tell you they've made bad financial decisions. We all have. That's part of the course of entrepreneurship. Make no mistake. And if you can't stomach that and you're risk adverse, you will fail, because you'll live in mediocrity. You'll live in the victim mindset of Brannon Beliso, it didn't work. This digital media didn't work. That didn't work, because you don't even know who you are. So the ability, because the mind can be fluid, but not just extreme, like some of these crazy cults where people are so brainwashed. It's like, what happened? Because the mind is very influential. It can be influenced greatly. So be mindful how much news you put in, how much TikTok you put in it. Even that, subliminally, the subliminal messaging everywhere around you that is diverting you from being the best version of you. You with me? So to be fluid though, in that moment and aware and present to go, you know what? I'm sucking right now. So let me take a quick break here and regroup, warm up that class. Let me pretend to go to the bathroom, get a drink of water, click. I saw that, and it's kind of a weird analogy. Who's ever watched Shallow Hal? Yeah, what does it take to change the essence of a man? Time is correct, James, but also a very clear mission. Time will not take care of change if I don't know what change needs to be made. Honestly, with all humility, with all clarity. Once I understand what I need to change, then I can find a path, just like the destination. If I know my destination, whatever that change is, James, then I can methodically plan how to achieve that. So time is important, but having a clear path to change is real, real, real important. Now, Shallow Hal, do you remember? He was standing in the elevator, and Tony Robbins just said some magic words, and all of Shallow Hal was not shallow anymore. He looked at women for the beauty they are, not their physical beauty. It's really that quickly. It's like a light switch. It really is. You can take your mind that's in this very dark, funky state and flip the switch just like that. It's a practice. It's a practice. And somebody said that saying, fake it till you make it is BS. You shouldn't do that. I honor my feelings. I know where I'm at. There's no way I do not validate my personal feelings, right? Or my fears or any. But make no mistakes. There are some days I'm the best actor in the world because I have to get on that mat. I have to produce. And the systems that I've written allow me to do that. They do. So I do believe sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. And that's okay, right? Like in the old, see, I'm like Marco, I like movies and stuff. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the Misfits. They sang that one song, put one foot in front of the other, right? And soon you'll be walking out the door. And that's what I mean by fake it till you make it. Sometimes when I recognize this toxic mindset I'm in, all I do is put one foot. 1,000-mile journey begins with a single step. Pretty soon I'm out of that funk and I'm in the right headspace to be a level 5 leader. I'm in the right headspace to be optimal. I'm in the headspace to be successful. Cool? All right, I'm going to take a deep breath. What questions do you have? Put them in there. Talk to me. More importantly, what are your big takeaways today? What actionable steps can you take right now for you, not me, for you, to establish a success mindset? Anybody? Come on, contribute here. And who else is here? I see a couple of people, but who else is here? You know, and I notice when I do, and this shows me the state we're in. If I was to put how to get 10 students tomorrow, how many people show up to my seminars? You guys live so much in strictly marketing, 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 marketing. And that is an earmark that you are not doing the real work in your business and you don't have a clue because you really believe the problem is external, that it's more marketing that you need. That you need more marketing, that you need somebody else's program because it's external, it's a quick fix, it's instant gratification. It leaves you in a position of what? Not having to be accountable. Oh, your Facebook ad didn't work, so I'm going to this digital media. Oh, your Facebook ad didn't work, so I'm going over here. No, you don't work. You don't work on your curriculum. You don't work on keeping the school clean. You don't work on consistently posting at social media. You don't work on updating your Google business page, on and on, on and on and on and on. All of it matters. Not one thing, everything. And if you believe that marketing is the cure, that is not what it is. That is not what it is. Serious as a heartbeat. Okay. So I found this cool thing, and I kind of want to share it with you. This was my bookmark from 2018, my It's Time Live event. I don't know which one this was, Marco. But it's cool. I'm going to make another one though, like this, and put it in the books. And maybe this one. It just may be this one again. It's so cool and fun. But it said, learn to earn. That's another one of our brand absolutes. We learn to earn. Kids of life skills, it's a learn to earn system. If we just give somebody something, right? Like the saying goes, if I give you a fish, you eat for a day. If I teach you to fish, you eat for a lifetime, right? You eat for a lifetime. So kids of life skills is learning to earn things. If I earn trust in my community, my business is going to grow. If I earn your respect by being consistent in who I am and doing what I say I'm going to do. So everything's learning to earn. So when I wrote this, that was a big part of that. That was a big part of that. So the first one is, 6, 7, 8. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not 9, but 8. So number 1, live your version of success. Do you know what that is? Not my success, not anybody else's, your version of success. What is that? What is that? And mine is to secure my family's future. And what does that mean? I have to be physically healthy so I can work and provide. I have to physically be open-minded to find better ways to make my business grow, to serve my team. I have to be a servant of the community, on and on. So I live my version of success. And I know what that is. May not be yours, but it's irrelevant. You don't feed my kids, you don't pay my rent. So it doesn't matter what your version of success is, unless your version aligns with mine. And then I can borrow from it. Cool? The best use of money is to buy time, right? This is a huge distinction when someone says to me, I need to make more time. You can't make more time. A minute is a minute. I can't make more minutes. There's only, 60 minutes in an hour. There's only 24 hours in a day. You can't make more time, but you can buy time. And I don't mean it in the unhealthy Hail Mary pass. I got to buy time. I'm talking about I use my financial resources to buy me freedom so I can be at my kids' soccer and basketball games. I worked hard until everybody was healthy so I can now be back to working 2 days a week, giving me 5 days a week to spend with my family. That's the majority of my time. That is healthy. That is good for me. And I enjoy that tremendously. So the best use of your money is to buy time. What is that worth to you? What is that worth to you? Right? What is that worth to you? Marco, flash up Jason's takeaway. Spend more time digging deeper into me. Yeah. And I'm going to get a little spiritual. God made only one Jason in this whole world. Why would you not dig deeper and be a better version of Jason? To me, people say, well, it's egotistical, you're self-centered. Da, 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 da. That's because you don't want to do that work. You know how humbling is to pull back my own damn covers and realize some things about me really suck? That's very humbling. But to do that is the path to being a better you, right? All right. So what does James have to say, Marco? Okay. Develop the plan and work the plan one step at a time. Helps keep you from being overwhelmed. Yeah, it's one step. 1,000-mile journey begins with one step. Just take one step. The book, 1%. Just do 1%. You're looking for these big, grandiose brushstrokes. And when they don't happen, you beat the crap out of yourself and you abandon it. You got to break, big goals into little goals. It's better to take 1,000 steps to the top of a mountain than try to make 3 giant steps. You're going to fall and fail. Next one. Passive income and maximizing profit. I watch so many schools. They have no saved money, no saved income, no retirement account. You are making money to use that money to create more money. Passive income is the path. Real estate, right? A portfolio, some kind of investment account. And of course, a successful business that doesn't require you to be there. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, right? Guy Kawasaki, great book. Rich Kawasaki, read it. Kurosawa, I always mix the two guys up. Read it, right? So be very clear on that. Inner peace is the new success. Nothing more important for me than inner peace. Nothing. So that requires me to be empathetic. That requires me not to take everything people say about me, even my own kids personally. I have to be peaceful within me. And if I rely upon my peace by what you post about me, if I rely upon my peace, whether you choose me as a consultant or not, whether I choose my peace, if my son's in a good mood today or a bad mood, I'm screwed. I'm screwed. I must wake up and create that inner peace. And from that place of inner peace, it radiates outward, right? Be the light. We're in a very dark time in the world. There's so many sad things happening. You want to be a safe haven. People come into your school and you're a grumpy Gus, right? Or a sad Sue. Nobody wants to be there. I can turn the news on and get that. Why am I going to come to your school and deal with you who acts that way? But if you suffer from that fixed mindset and you're blind, you don't even know you're in that state of being. Ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance is the detriment of your business. Cool? All right. Love, block, delete. Yeah. It's a habit I live by. If I even get one word, Brannon, you suck, or what's wrong with you? Why do you wear black? I get that one a lot. People ask me all the time, why do I wear black? Okay, I'm going to tell you, I have no fashion sense. I know anything I pull out of my drawer will match. You feel me? That's to me because I'm so inadequate at fashion. I would spend decades and decades just trying to figure out what to wear this morning. That's why I do. People go, why you wear that stupid beanie all the time? I only wear this beanie when I'm not working. Why? Because I don't want to talk to people. It's my balance. If I'm walking around Millbrae or San Francisco with glasses on and a beanie, 99% of the people don't know who I am. That's perfect. That's where I want to be. That's exactly when I'm not approachable. That is by design. So I can just be anonymous, so I can recharge my battery. I've talked to you for a whole hour. When I get off this, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be silent for at least 30 to 45 minutes, and I will eat some lunch and I will yin to the yang. You feel me? So all those things, but shouldn't have to explain that to you or anybody, right? So I love you. I'm going to block you and I'm going to delete you. It's a habit that has served me so well, so well. And it's not based upon narrow-mindedness. It's based on self-preservation and love for me. All right, be a disruptor, right? I can't express that enough. Don't listen to me or anybody else. Ultimately, listen to yourself. And then if my information supports what you come up with, then listen to me and utilize it. Simplify. Keep it simple. We make life way too complicated. Simplify your life, please. And be happy on purpose. Let your purpose to be happy. Discover what happiness is overrated. No, it's not. Sometimes happiness is just keeping my SHIT together when I'm having a really bad day. Happiness is not, just walking down Main Street at Disneyland. Happiness is on the roughest of days. I find one more reason to believe. So be mindful. Be happy on purpose. My purpose in this world is to find happiness. And whatever that bliss, whatever that nirvana is for me, I will do everything I can to cultivate it. All right, let's thank our sponsors. Who do we have, Marco? Tusa, Market Muscles, My Studio, Kids Love Life Skills, and LC Accounting. I love all of you. Thank you for backing me up. I'm brand ambassadors for all of them, and I'm also clients of all of these services, right? They simply don't compensate me because, I'm a brand ambassador. I use their products, and I can vouch for every one of them. But be very clear. Every relationship has their roadblocks. Every relationship, there's going to be good days and bad days. But the grass is not greener on the other side. It's greener where you water it. So you might have challenges with me as a consultant. You might have challenges with Market Muscles, whatever. Doesn't mean you jump ship. It means if the relationship's of value, you go deeper and deeper, right? Be mindful of that. All right. It's time live balance. 3 spots left, 4 days. Come on. 4 days. That's it. You deserve it. And then what we discussed today in mindset happens on Monday in personal development. 99% of what's not going right in your life is you. The other 1% is you. Make no mistake. Make no mistake. And I really believe the 4-day event offers you that unique experience. 3 spots left. Marco put the link in there. Get signed up. Get signed up, because if you think 2023 was a roller coaster, get ready for 2024. I mean, every indication, and I got to read a lot of stuff. I got to decipher what has merit, what does not. And data by itself is not the only indication. Neither is, someone's opinion on CNN or Fox or any other platform. It's going to be an amazing year, but it's going to be a challenging year, like any year. And it's really what we do with it, right? When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. So I want to be extremely mindful coming into 2024 what that's about. And I believe It's Time Life Balance can give you just that. So be one of the last 3 people and I'd be grateful. Cool? Success. You know, success is not me walking through the airport with Dre headphones on and sunglasses and the really new, unique Louis Vuitton carry-on bag. And I've got my Tag Heuer watch right here, right? Success is sometimes just that simple moment, man. You know, that's success right there. Just to say, you know what? I'm okay. I'm okay. And that's good. That's a good thing, right? That's a good thing. That's a good thing. So be mindful of that. Figure out what is your version of success in any given breath, in any given moment, in any given situation. Can I find that? Can I live that? Can I be that? Can I inspire it in others through my example, through what I post in my storytelling, through what I write in a blog, through what I say in a conversation with the parents? Can I do that? And if you can, the potential to be successful emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically, and monetarily is within your reach. I believe that because I live it every day. Cool? All right. I am Brannon Beliso. This is What Success Never Sleeps. Until we talk again, what are you going to go out there and do? Live your best life. Thank you, everybody.